do believe we are live. So I'll say indeed, and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. You are way taller than me right now. I was messing with my camera height before I started streaming, and I think I might want you shorter. I don't know if that's better or worse. You let me know from an audience perspective. Do you want to be taller than me, or level? It depends on your preference, I guess. Depends on my preference too. I'm going to not procrastinate anymore, and I'll let you friends know that today's stream topic is about getting things done. Getting things done, right? On the one hand, from the perspective of you, the listener, me, listening, needs to get the thing done, right? Maybe there is a thing that you have been uh, queried, been asked to do, and if that thing isn't done, then you are the one that falls short, kind of vibes, right? From that perspective. But also, getting things done, as in someone else does it for you, right? Things done, Fractal. Last week, that smells so nice. Last week, I told you friends about the stickers that I want to have make. The listener, Hail Sithis. Hail Sithis. I don't know what the second words mean. I talked about the stickers, right? And we jokingly talked about getting scammed again because I got scammed with the eggs. And I told you friends about the stickers being made. And I told you about the pricing. And some friends were like, better not get scammed again, they say. And then I get this morning. This morning at 20 minutes to 9. So basically when I start thinking about getting out of bed properly and doing something else, I get this video. Today I learned Mel's never been to Skyrim. I mean, I played Skyrim, but I have a hard time remembering a person's name that I just met 15 seconds ago, right? Like, I'm not gonna remember Skyrim lore. But this is the video I get from the friend printing my stuffs. Shwunk, 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 shwink. Right, somewhere in our universe, slowly but surely, layer by layer, my flowers got manifested into reality. Right? And then after that he sends me this. Look at those. Look at them. Mere flowers in physical I think this one you can see. You can kind of see that they have like depth. Right? You see that they're like thick. This one you can see it kind of as well. With the way it's bending the light. They're thick boys. Thick boy stickerinos. And I should have them tomorrow. In hand. Those are awesome. Right, Kristen? Thank you for joining. It's nice having you here. I am super stoked. Like, ridiculously so. And I've been doing like math stuff in my brain. And this could be another way. Alright. To make the math make sense. I hate math that doesn't make sense. And most of math doesn't make sense to me. So I tried. I don't know if I should have waited before I showed you friends. But that technically is one of those things that I had done. Right? And I did talk about this, I think recently. Did I do a whole stream topic about it? I might have. Let's see. Let's just make sure. Yeah. Yeah, procrastinating. asking. mm, Not quite. Not quite the words we're using right now. Getting things done. I shared that this whole process of like having the stickers made very much feels like I am trying to not waste anybody's time. You know, that I knew what I wanted to do. The person who can do the thing I wanted done told me how much it would cost. I paid them the money, and now it's done, right? This smells like licorice. Like just straight up licorice. Like I just crushed a bunch of long black sticks of licorice. That's exactly what this smells like. So yeah, now I'm hoping, because this is technically a trial run. Thank you, friends, again for blessing me with the resources to be able to spend some on this trial run. And if it works out well, then hopefully I can reach out to Kubis, the owner of Goa, and then talk to him about getting my stickers in all of the other smoke shops as well. I need to sell 10 stickers a day, every day, to finish a batch of the stickers that I have right now. And over 23 shops, if only half those shops sell one sticker to one person a day, I should be able to make that number happen. Right? But again, I will have to make that amount of stickers. Maybe I don't have to do that many. Maybe I can do like 30, 30 per place. Still, stop mathing, please. Oh, please, can I just not? Can I not? It's already done. Oh, it's already done. Now I have to wait until they're done so I can know if I should do more. Get done. It's nice having you here. I'll get you done. You can try. You can most try get me done. Like we have more friends here right now, and maybe some of our friends are like, "What's Mel talking about?" I'll show you one more second. We have Miss Stickers existing in physical reality somewhere. And on top of that, I also now have this. It's not technically mine. Technicrease. It's not mine. But the purchasing of it is done. Right? It's done. There it is. And the exact message I got is this. Let me play it. Let me play it. It goes, I already got done the work I started, getting commissioned for, put on retainer for. So I posted my first video. And then after I sent this video to Tinas, he goes,
video, like Melty, like my video, like as ons trekkers dalk, love it. Dan jy sien die kamera is hier, maar ek weet wanneer ek moet kom haal.
Yeah, directly translating to, hey Melty, I love it. The video you posted, we're on track, on the track we want to be. Let me know when you're gonna come and get the camera. And I'll go and get the camera on Wednesday. I'll probably make a video for the joint as well. But now, due to getting things done, we have another piece of equipment that will be usable in this space. So I'll get to make you friends some new perspective thingies. At least that's the hope for this piece of equipment. It's a nice tool. And I was gonna buy myself one eventually when I had the excess cash flow, but now I don't have to. Music makes me so happy. Oh goodness, so many good things. Stickers, cameras, work's done. I technically finished my work, for like the next few next week and a bit even. This feels good. Getting things done seem to be the only place my soul finds any sense of solace. Right? And that's kind of disappointing on one level. I mean, the other, I understand that that is kind of where I am right now. Right? Thinking about the patterns we go through. Right? You don't get done living life necessarily. Right? And I have made it very clear that I want to live 1,000 years. And I stand by that number. I want to live at least 1,000 years. For one, because I don't want to die. And for two, because I want to see what kind of patterns, what kind of cycles I end up going through living to 1,000 years, right? In the same way we go through cycles of being a baby and then becoming a child, growing up to be a child, then growing up to be a teenager, and then growing up to be a young adult, and then growing up to be an adult. They're calling to me, the adults, they say. And then growing older, right? Going through these cycles. And there is, within especially the numerological community, a certain attachment to the actual number that you are aging, and like a certain, place in life, a certain way of being. And I wonder if that's going to change with like the larger numbers as well. I think in part, and I'm thinking about the wisdom Duck Dad shared the other day when I shared the whole car fractal, that he also, as a 26-year-old, was obsessed with a vehicle, right? And I'm wondering how many of those kind of patterns repeat throughout our species. And if this pattern I'm in right now is to be expected from my age group, right? Maybe I'm asking the wrong questions. Dude, if you're finding out how to sell 10 stickers a day, I'll send you some of my stickers. Get selling. I don't know if there's a figuring out how to. I think it's more like your clients need to know your product exists. Otherwise, they won't be able to buy it, right? So my figuring of out is putting it in a storefront where there are people with eyeballs, and then they're gonna walk past them and they'll see with their eyeballs, right? That's my marketing strategy. So yeah, if your stickers would be, like I feel like your stickers are very branded, unfortunately, and I don't know if I'm capping, but I think you have the same sticker, right? Like you don't have different ones. So that's what I'm kind of banking on. I think I can sell stickers by having variety. One, having them be colorful. Two, having them be die cut. Three, having them be UV coated and globular. Four, having them be in a smoke shop. Five, having them be relatively affordable, right? Part of me, the artist in me, the part of me that believes my art is worth incalculable amount of number, right? Wants to sell them for like $2.50 a sticker, which translates to like $50 in South African currency. And when you're sharing at these places, you can expect to share about 50 Rand minimum. 50 Rand minimum. 56 Rand is more appropriate for a single gram of flour, right? So my mind is like, one of my flowers is about worth a gram of flour, surely, all right? Because you'll smoke that gram of flour and it will be gone by the end of the day. But my flour might end up lasting you the next, 5 years if you keep it on your laptop or whatever. So there's that one part. And if I sell them for $2.50 a sticker, that makes the math make a lot of sense, right? Suddenly the math, is like, yes, yes, do more. But I might not end up selling many at that price point because 50 Rand for one sticker in South African currency, that's pretty steep. That's like 2 liters of fuel, like half a gallon of fuel for your car. It's like uh, two, it's like 4 liter. No, it's like 2 liters of milk. Little bit more than 2 liters of milk. So what I'm thinking is maybe selling them at the $1 price point. The math still makes sense at $1, but I haven't really considered any fees for the actual venue, right? I don't know what they want to take as a cut. And my mind is like fighting between these two parts of myself. The one part is like at 20 Rand, and 20 Rand it's cheaper than a Monster. It's cheaper than a loaf of bread, right? Technically, for a flower. So it's like pocket money. Like it's easy for someone to spend that. But if I make them double the price, even if I sell half as many, I still make more money. It's a little bit more than double the price. And it kind of positions my product as a little bit more premium as well. I'll have the conversation with Tinas. Maybe we can do a little bit of an experiment in his shop. We do like a 1 week experiment. We start them at 50 Rand, second week 40 Rand, third week 30 Rand, fourth week 20 Rand. And I'm not willing to go lower than that. And then we can maybe have some datas. Nope. Hey, no! I don't want to read those words. What words am I reading? But no, please. I keep reading them, and my mind's like, nay, stop. I don't want. I wish I didn't understand English, but hey, Melty, I lost my Dynavap. I need to buy a new one. Which one should I get? The M7 is the newest one. If you know how not to burn your fingers, the M7 is great. I think Jovan also had an M7, right? Like it kind of kills me to know that you lost it. I'm sorry, bro. I'm so sorry. That sucks. But yeah, the M7 is nice. I think it's $75. So it's not cheap. But again, if you don't lose it, if you don't lose your Dynavap, it should be a long-term investment, right? I think I got this one. Mine got stolen, right? So I feel like it doesn't count. I didn't technically lose it. It got taken from me by a malicious agent, right? So I'm gonna pretend like I've had this one the whole time. I've had mine since November, right? And I have used it, I wanted to say almost every day. I have absolutely, unequivocally used it every single day since the day that I got it, right? The only day that I didn't use a Dynavap is the day that my Dynavap got stolen. That was the only day. And I will proceed to not use my Dynavap when I don't smoke for the whole of October as well. But from that perspective, November. It is already the 8th month. So I have had my Dynavap for like 250 days. And then I can go. So I've like paid like $30 cents a day to have my Dynavap so far. That's not bad, right? Would I pay $30 cents to like rent my Dynavap a day? I would. That's nothing. For the nicest to haves, that's nothing. Kristen, I have large hands, very meaty hands, not like giant. I mean, I don't know if you saw it. It's I think a little bit more expensive, but I think it's called the Woodwind, the Dynavap Woodwind. It has the same little twirly titanium headpiece as mine. See that twirly bit? Dynavap. My mind is like seeing the news articles and it's getting drawn by it. What's happening in the world? Tell me. So yeah, they brought out the Hyperdyne, and I really want one. The Hyperdyne is now the newest one. Look at that thing. And you're like, oh wow, Mel, that looks very thick. That's because it is. It has where this one has a zero point 0.1 gram ball, that one has a 0.25 gram ball. So it's like a lot more. A lot more. But it's 230 US dollars. Miss me with that shit. Hell no. No, I'm sorry, Batanas. That M line, the M1 is 75 bucks. But this one looks so pretty. Alright. Ooh. Yeah, the Woodwind. It looks so pretty. But also, it has like a twirly little mouthpiece. And then, as I said, like the twirly top bit. But this one is a $150, so that's a lot of Daras. Might be too many Daras to just spend on a smoking apparatus. You can also get the B. Ooh, they got a new one as well. The H2. It has a little twirly bit on it. Look at that little thingy. The H2. Wow. $100. Not so well. Yeah, the M7 is probably going to be your best bet. If you don't want to spend more cash, the B would be nice as well, I'm sure. If you want something wood, the Woodwind. If you want something that's going to freaking slap your teeth out, the Hyperdyne probably. I do want one of those Hyperdynes, right? I would lie if I said I didn't want one. However, spending 230 Daras right now on something like that wouldn't be a good financial decision for me. Does the H2 come with a genie? All Dynavaps are genie included, Sam. Unfortunately, all you have to do is add heat and the genie will come out. Unfortunately, the genie comes out in a bunch of small little pieces. You know, he doesn't really have a corporeal form after he's out of the lamp. But hey, Jopo, love you. Stickers are always a hard sale. Don't tell me that. Tell me everybody always loves buying stickers all the time. Tell me they just go flying off the racks. That's what I want to hear right now. Kristen, I have large hands. Yeah, that Woodwind is a little bit longer as well. I mean, I think I have large hands. Face to hand ratio. Is that a large hand? I'm holding a Dynavap. Right, 3 fingers. Yeah, 3 fingers. 4 fingers is too much finger for taking up the entire body. Suddenly, my mind is like, what is the size of hands? Is there an average size of hands? Is there a universally standardized hand size? Probably. Probably, I wouldn't be surprised. The reason I was obsessed with cars at 26 was because of all of the people who told me I couldn't do things successfully. I spent too much time and money showing I could keep up. Yeah, no, I'm not too worried about that at least. I think success is living a life that you enjoy living. And in that way, I don't really care what other people think. Right? Like, I have been discouraged multiple times by multiple family members to cease doing what I'm doing. Right? But what I'm doing makes me happy, brings me a sense of fulfillment. So in that way, I am successful, whether they think so or not. It would be nice to actually have the financial backing to to like, right? Would be nice, but it's not necessary at least. Stickers just don't sell in America because you have to sell them for $5 to make any money, and nobody is paying $5 for a sticker. True. I buy stickers as mementos of where I've traveled, and when I put them on my water bottle or laptop, that is the way it should be. And agreed, I usually won't pay $5, but when you're traveling, you tend to buy those trinkets even if they're pricey. Okay. It's good that you friends are telling me that you are also unwilling to pay $5 for a sticker. $5 is a bit steep. That's 100 rand in South African currency. I would like to still charge. I would like to charge 100 rand a sticker. Because again, the more I charge per sticker, the more the math is like, "Oh, wow, wow, yeah." And I'm like, yeah, man, thank you. I get it, bro. But again, $5 is a little bit too much. Even $2 50 in my mind is like really pushing it. Yeah, the 20 rand price point is probably gonna be the winner. Mm. That's a solid plan. My stickers are to create singular brand awareness, but your variety and price point should help greatly. I hope so. I don't even sell my stickers, swamping. I give them away for free. The more places they have my logo, the better. This is agreed. Yeah, like the whole having to see someone's logo multiple times before making a recognition of it or being turned to a purchaser or whatever. In my experience, that's usually how they get circulated. Rest in peace, dear stand-up. What about having melts gram of the week at the smoke shop? Buy whatever the melt gram is, and the sticker comes with it. Hmm. Hmm. No, they're not making enough money. The margins aren't there, unfortunately, right? They literally cannot. They would have to make absolutely no money whatsoever on their product to do that for me. So maybe if they buy 10, maybe if they buy a whole 10, they get like a sticker for free. Then the numbers make sense again. But again, that's like a logistical thing. Like, who's gonna pay for it? Who's paying for it, right? Technically. Meow. Hey, Melita. I was just sharing with our beloved friends that I had something done. You want to see? I'll show you one more time. One, this thing got done as well, right? I used my face. I made sounds, and then this thing suddenly got bought. And now I'm gonna use this tool to make cool stuff. That's one thing that got done. And the second thing that got done, maybe I should show you the video first. Just split a piece, like it goes. My printer guy sends me this. Look at that. Layer by layer, bit by bit, reality is manifesting. Psychedelic stickers. Psychedelic stickers. I made 25 of 14 different kinds. And of course, the first thing that I thought is about how can I get these stickers to you Patreon friends. So that is very much on my mind. A part of me wants to do like the cop out thing where I'm like, I'll keep these for you, right? And as soon as you see me, I'm gonna give you one. I promise. For free. Because you have supported me on Patreon. I'll give you all of them for free, probably. Right? But sending them out, getting all of that shipping details, uh, who knows what it would cost. Could still be done. Maybe it could be sent in like little letters. I could send them as letters. I could. I don't have to send them as a box. My mind is being like, you should do it. Do it, Melt. Do it. Send all of the Patreon friends a flower. I probably do. Letters. Letters could be the way, right? I could like write you a little letter as well of a sticker. That could be special. You want to send me, you want to tell me where you live? Huh? You want to tell me where you live? Tell me where you live so I can send you something. Suddenly the eyebrows raise. Suddenly extreme raised eyebrows. Oh, alright. Let me continue reading. Flowers and flower stickers would make good combo, right? They do kind of live in the same world, in my mind at least. I hate that I lost it. I was getting ready for a last minute side job that I couldn't turn down and rested it on the bumper of my truck to lift something. Who knows? Maybe it'll turn up. Maybe, I just hope at the very least someone finds it instead of it just getting turned to scrap metal on the ground. Love is true, bro. Throw in some DD Farms flower seed and you've got a 3-pack. But I need some healthy smoke for my trip. The worst part is that side job was for extra money and now it will just pay for the lost Dynavap. That is pretty ironic, you know, like a give and take kind of fractal, you know. Tomato seeds and stickers and some Buddha. Not a bad deal. You left on the bumper. Dude, yeah. Swampy, it was either set it down or get crushed by solid metal 8-foot bed cover. Put it in your pocket though. But melted is warm, it's gonna burn me. You know what's worse? It's worse losing it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I do love me some wood. I thought you would like it. It is a little bit on the pricier side, but it would look very premium, right? You would look like you're very sophisticated with your twirly woodies. Oh, look at him. He must be so sophisticated. Yes, he. Give him more money. All duck dad's clients say. The H2 looks like it belongs in the prison pocket. It even has like the flare. I'm sorry, stop it. Everyone likes stickers, but everyone likes them as an addition to a good purchase, like a pepper plant, or maybe a bag of seeds and soil. Sell solo cups full of dirt and seeds. Just add water. A part of me wants to add like a QR code and like give people the option of if they sign up to my Patreon, which is like $1, they get a sticker as well, right? But then technically they get access to all of my stickers retroactively, and they get a new sticker every day from that moment forward for the same price as one of my stickers, right? Which seems pretty, could be another way to actually market Patreon. So I'm thinking about that too. Brand awareness, indeed. Meowdy friends, 1313 is true. Day 1313. The day 1313. That's awesome, LT. Of course, they look perfect. Bless. I think they will like look even better in person. I would like to show you friends like, look here. But not just yet. Shemeshmeshtificated. Yeah, Melita also got herself a Dynavap. How have you been liking yours? It's been now enough time for you to have gotten really familiar. Wouldn't that be fun? Look at that sophisticated man wandering around aimlessly. Yes, that is kind of me. I don't wander around aimlessly. I wander around with the aim of being aimless. Thank you very much. I'll have you know. Did it just smash his own hand with a sledgehammer? Duck that? Probably. Maybe not this time. But I do remember something like that happening. I trust that you've been recovering from the Duck Dad. Duck Dad is on the Dynavap website right now, looking at that wand, that woodwind. He's looking at that woodwind right now. He's like, bro, that little twirly bit looks good. The only reason that I'm kind of being the voice for not reason. Like it's technically twice the price. You can buy yourself 2 Dynavaps for the price of 1 woodwind, Duck Dad. I think both of us need to take a step back and think about that. Alright? Maybe you should just buy yourself 2 Dynavaps. Have one that you leave at home always. Never goes anywhere other than being at home. And then you can have your travel Dynavap. And then technically it would still be the same price as 1 woodwind. Yeah, I'm sorry, woodwind. The reason that I was gonna be an advocate for the woodwind is specifically because of this tip. Alright. That little twirly one. It's made of titanium. And it makes a difference. It also has holes. Right, you might be able to see. You can see my skin has little holes on the side walls, which also does change things. Melt, it's a gift to wander around, seemingly aimless. True, I do agree. I ended up using the Dino more outside than inside. Was that not the original plan? I ended up using the Dino more outside than inside. As in, when you went outside into the world, I don't think there's a problem with that. I feel the nice thing about this is the fact that you don't have to struggle with rolling a joint, right? And people don't know what they're looking at when they see you. Right? And people are used to people vaping. That's pretty normalized at this point. And it doesn't stink. You don't stink afterwards. So it does kind of serve well. It gives itself well to the external environment as well. Melty, bless again. The sophisticated man wanders around. When the sophisticated man wanders around, it's called a stroll. Cheerio, I'm going on a stroll. Do not bother me. I will be in deep contemplation of life, the universe, and everything. I'm pretty sure that there is a method to the madness, I believe. It was not part of the plan in a sense that I wanted to smoke less at home, but didn't. Yeah. Maybe what you're saying is you're still smoking at home instead of using the Dynavap, and you're using the Dynavap when you go outside because it's more convenient than smoking. Is that what you're saying? I'm guessing. Maybe it's like a character limit thing. For me, it's a matter of efficiency and taste, right? So I have turned down joints that people offer me simply because I do not want to smoke something. Yes, okay, checks out. Makes sense. It is a different experience, right? It is absolutely a different experience. That if you want to get that like my eyes are kind of looking a little bit skew and also into my own brain instead of into the world. If you want to feel like that, then maybe like hitting a bomb or smoking a whole joint would serve you. But that doesn't seem to be the state that serves me anymore. Because again, like there's a certain level of body load, like when you're smoking something, like just like when you get that particulate inside your body. I've never even researched the Dynavap. Now I'm curious. Now you're curious. I mean, we have talked a little bit about it. The cheaper one is $40, right? It has a little bit of a smaller bowl size, but it can give you the idea of what this experience is about. And it's still your own bud. but now you'll just get to taste what it tastes like, right? And you will not inhale any carcinogens. Forget that bong exists. Damn. Forget that bong exists. Damn. It's called a bong. True. They can partner with Snoop and crank that out. I'm missing some. I need them to come out of a Dynavap Mega Mega that holds a giant nug at one time. I mean, that Hyperdyne is basically a Mega Mega, bro. That thing is big. Oh. Like, it's literally double and a half. So, if I had to stack this thing twice, and then another Dynavap, only a half full, and then I hit all of them back to back to back, that would be equivalent of one of those Dynavaps. Because in my mind, that's a lot. I rarely want to hit a Dynavap back to back. Never mind one and a half of them back to back. Never mind all of them at the same time. Dynavap is cute, very, very small. The induction heater lighter I have is almost triple the size. Yeah, the wand, right? I do look forward to having a wand of my own. But it is very tiny. So very smart. I don't think my hands are the appropriate thing to use for a scale. I can use a bottle cap. That's pretty standardized. All of us have the same size bottle caps, right? So it's very tiny, relatively speaking. Dropped a cinder block on my left toe. That wasn't fun, jeez. I have a purple toenail this week. Oh, goodness. Bless you, bro. I did smash finger or sledgehammer. Swelling is down. Skin is coming back and it bends. That's good. It's moving again. That might raise a few eyebrows. I think I probably missed some. Love is true, though. Swampy, maybe if Dynavap made them larger than half a pencil and color different than all my metal tools. I like how he's blaming the Dynavap. It's the Dynavap's fault. Or maybe he's just trying to justify buying the woodwind. Is that what's happening? Look at that. What's happening here now, dude? Click. The first cycle on this one doesn't taste good. I think it might be a little bit of my older bud as well. But the first cycle just kind of tastes a little bit like dusty. The bud still looks nice. Joe, you could get the rest painted purple to match. While we're at it, why not commit? Get the cinder block. No, please, I'm sorry. Cheers to you too, Melita. Ah, so convenient. So sophisticated meds. All right. I'm going to get our goodbye message. Pull us a card. Whoa! That one took me on a ride. Why not commit? Get this cinder block. What the fuck is that Fight Club shit? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I love how you got exactly what I was saying, right? I intentionally didn't go through by like get the cinder block and put your foot down so we can stomp the rest of your toes purple. Like I love how I didn't have to say any of that, but you still got exactly what I was saying, and that makes me happy. Don't hurt your friends. We just jokings. We just my jokes, right? Like a dad. when you tell them that your toe is hurting. It's like, oh, guess we're gonna have to cut it off. Sam, I'm still considering it lols. It's still bluish, so I have to wait a few days in order to get the right shade. It's called Duochrome Colors, Joe. Blurple is a pretty common one. I think Sally Hansen has a pretty one in their gel line. Didn't you know that Sally Hansen has a good Blurple in their gel line? It's so unsophisticated. Me and you are, Pojo. Unsophisticated, bro. Is that person wearing Sally Hansen's Blurple from the gel line? I watched Zoolander last night while I was making my flower. So like that's fresh in my mind. If you're wondering why I might be acting erratically. Nice. Do I hear card shuffling? Did I make it here in time for card pull? You did, show. It's nice to have you. I did share with our friends the little sticker fractal. But yeah, today's stream topic has been about getting stuff done. It's in the 11s. My toe is definitely blurple. Show. Love is being sent. Alright. Project your mind's desires onto these cards. See into your future. What you want to see into the now. What do you want me to do? And if I do it, would you be happy that it's done? Ooh! This card got teased. This card teased itself at the start of stream. Right? As I took out the deck, I could see the bottom of the cards, and I could see that this was one of the two cards that was visible to you. And I was like, yes, this card. And my mind did a whole little thingy about it. And then you watched me shuffle the deck, and still, it was like, witness me. This is the card that I consider me out of this whole deck. If there was any card that I go, that's me, it's this one. Right? If I wasn't a person, I'd be one of those, a tetrahedron of fire, just somewhere in ethereal space. I wish I was joking. Part of me makes complete sense of that. It's like, yes, I want to be a tetrahedron of fire. That makes perfect sense. Why would you be anything else? Alright. Melita, Jaju and Kristen, Simon, Doug, and Melton Moore love yous. Love the Javon, 3 faces. That does make sense. Thank you, Melita. This card is the masculine, quite literally. Understanding and action. Yo! Today's stream topic was about action. About getting it done. Right? So I feel like the card is even fractaling with us. The tetrahedron, with its 4 equal triangular faces, is one of the 5 three-dimensional shapes commonly called the Platonic solids. The simplest of these solids, the tetrahedron, is associated with the masculine aspect and the element of fire. It is a symbol of action and understanding. This is the fire of ambition and the understanding of what it will take to bring ideas and projects to fruition. Is there a mission you have been considering or a decision that you have been putting off? I was, for so long, putting off this decision of spending money to print flowers. Right? Because my mind was like, I don't know if I can recoup that money. I don't know if I can afford to lose it. Right? So this feels like a whole trip now. Like it's like I'm getting called out by the card itself. Instead of just feeling like I'm like, yes. But there is something, yes, still. Now is the time to seek greater understanding an assurance that the path that you have embarked upon is in your best interest. Now is the time to take action and initiate movement towards the promotion of ideas and the completion of creative projects. If you are already actively engaged in this process, this card affirms your decision to act and support the inspiration and passion that directed you upon this path. Understand that the evolution of your vision will take energy and focus. Remember to listen to your inner guidance and make certain this action is not merely smoke and flames, but intentional movement towards your highest good. Yeah! Yeah. That feels right. It feels beautiful. Joe Burp, I had a record 5 male Blue Jays on my feeder at once. As I'm telling Duckling that they usually don't do that because they get all aggressive. One jumps off the feeder and slams right into the window Duckling was standing in. It was like, yo, you want to see aggression? Freaking tries to attack me. Would you lose your mind if you came here and have 20 different species of birds that visit nearly every day? That sounds so crazy. I typically only see one at a time. Wow, Doug, how special. Did you get any photos? Maybe not. Maybe you were just there for the moment. It's like a sanctuary for wayward critters. I love it. I'm no expert on what exactly I should feed everyone, but I know that they love it here and they visit. They are loved. I'm gonna get us a goodbye message. Please write us a goodbye message. It's called a Shan message. According to the language model, it doesn't know what a goodbye message is. About getting things done, both from a personal responsibility perspective and from a willingness to accept and ask for help from the world. Gabbity, gibbity, yibbity, skibbity, bloobity, however you doobering. I am doobering the do. So well, I can't even really wrap it up. Maybe I can say it in so many words as I got work done. I paid money Thursday for stickers. Got to see them. These stickers will now be sent or have probably already been sent and are on their way to me. They are the fractal arts that we've made for the Patreon, cut out with a photo editor, right, to be very crispy, and then made into PNG files, and then sent to a person who can manifest them into reality. So today's dream topic has been about that fractal love. I'm sorry, I just saw, even though I used the right terminology, it still gave me a lot more than I bargained for. Thank you for getting things done. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here before this was done. Kind of vibes. No photo. My windows were too dirty. You'd be like, wow, look at those 5 blue smudges. Blue smudges. Sending them lovins. I'm usually losing my mind, but I'm here for it. I mean, if any of you friends have found your mind, let me know as well. Swampy, I'm in a constant state of losing my mind. There we go, no doubt. Your world is a busy one, brother. It's not just because I'm busy, it's because my brain be crazy. Sometimes blue sludges make life worth living. Dope. Love that for you. It's your toe okay, Joe. I hope so. Have our free and strong friends hurting themselves. The Shan message did not turn out the way they usually do. And I'm gonna read what it gave me anyway. Ski boogly, your booze lurker, Cook Bowser's is a goobity doo. Love is true. It's like lots of 0000 p.m. I think it's often finished. Dope. Alright, today, let's explore the balance between personal responsibility and the power of seeking help from the world around us. Today, we have explored that. In the tapestry of our lives, responsibility is the thread that holds us accountable. It empowers us to take initiative to strive for our goals and to shape our own destinies. Embracing responsibility means acknowledging our strengths and recognizing the areas where we can grow. It means showing up day after day, committed to our journey and our purpose. Yet, alongside this self-reliance lies the beautiful truth that we are not alone. The willingness to ask for help is not a sign of weakness, but a testament to our own wisdom. It takes courage to reach out and to say, I need support, and to welcome the gifts others offer. In asking, we invite collaboration, foster connection, and create a network of shared strength. The dance between doing it ourselves and seeking assistance is where true progress happens. By taking responsibility, we lay the foundations of our efforts. By asking for help, we build upon the foundations with the diverse talents, insights, and energies of those around us. Remember, achieving great things is not a solo endeavor. It is a symphony of personal dedication and collective support. Each time you step forward with determination, and each time you reach out for assistance, you contribute to a greater harmony. Embrace your power to get things done. Take responsibility for your path, and don't hesitate to ask for help when you need it. Together, we can accomplish more than we have ever imagined. We have a future rich with possibilities and achievements. There is someone in this world that owns a piece of equipment. And that piece of equipment can make die-cut stickers. With UV resin coatings, right? The fact that they print the stickers already cut out like that, I don't know, they're technically not die cut in that case. I don't think, actually. I think it might be something else. In my mind, it's better. Right, and that I can just randomly, by a number, reach that person. And it was technically the weekend, so they might have been, was it the weekend? Was leading up to the weekend, right? But they did specifically state not to call. I only saw that afterwards, but call them, right? Literally suddenly could hear the voice of some person in this planet with me. I send him money that you friends have gifted me, right? I wouldn't have had that money if not for you. And then because of that, something happened, right? Something got done. I can't imagine what that machine must have cost that person. I don't know if I'm supposed to share this information, but no, I'm not. I'm not actually going to share that information. It's like a banking details thing, right? Not from like a perspective of like outing their banking details, but more like realizing that this is like people, very much just people making a living. Hopefully, I can continue supporting their business as well. I appreciate their help. I appreciate my willingness to ask for that help, because technically what happened is the stickers were already seen. And then there was a communication, a conversation being had about making my stickers and, you know, creating a product. And then in that conversation, there was an establishment in me that this is something that ought to happen. Then time passes. Then I follow up with Annika, asking her to ask the person that we knew the stickers of to let her know who his sticker guy was. So we're already like how many people deep? First and foremost, making these things, right? Then turning them into flowers because of you friends as well, because of wanting to share something with you friends, wanting to share my flowers in digital form on like WhatsApp. I can send them as those flowers. So the multiple people that have seen them before, I was using those flowers in the thumbnails. So those people deep as well. Then uh, we went through for that like meeting slash get together with Quibus, with Tinas, and with Annika. Had conversations that night that pushed me forward. Then Annika had a conversation with another person who then sent her the number of his printer guy, right? His sticker printer guy. Person to another person. Then that person's number got shared with me for me as a person to make a connection and share wealth with them. And I wouldn't have had the wealth if not for all of you persons, peoples, right? Like the amount of support. My favorite like thing that I've been thinking about as of late that tries to make it a little bit easier for me to think about the earning process is that money goes in circles. You only ever spend time, right? And technically there's more money in the circle as well as the circle circles. But you only ever spend time. So I will keep finding new ways to spend my time to make more beautiful peoples and persons. You are loved. So extremely so. Thank you for joining us for this moment. Before you all go, if anybody's interested, I'll be filming a Watson Ducks backpack in a few days for a camping trip. That does sound adventurous. Are you going to start with an empty backpack and then have all of your stuff sprawled out and then give us like a close-up shot of each thing and like a explanation, and then as you give us the close-up shot of all of the things, you can like start from the closest to your bag thing, and then you can start putting the things in your bag on their exact spots where they would go. Am I being too much of a director? Not like this, not like so, not like love you, Kristen. Yes, we do. We'll see you again soon, friend. Toe of depression. I would go with words with Melt AI. That's true. I don't think I did use Melt AI on the other one. Unfortunately, it was just a GPT. Got her tooth pulled last week. Oh, shame. She'll be back soon, me think. Love is true. I swear, getting ready for a camping trip and organizing my gear and getting new gear is more fun than camping sometimes. I get it. I do get it. It's one of those things. More technology, right? Even though it's technology for a certain use case. I could print one and have my wife paint it. I have a cool idea. Can you put one of your flower files into something 3D printer can use? I've thought about that as well. The color won't be there, but lots of the US libraries have free 3D printer use. Yeah, I've thought about that. There might be some sort of web extension that allows me to turn 2D images into 3D printable files. I don't know what that website is, for one, and for two, it's going to be a lot of work to make a single one, right? And it could be cool. Could be cool for your wife to have one of my flowers that is 3D like that. But it wouldn't be cool of me to expect her to make that her full-time thing if they actually do end up selling. But I do have it in my mind where I would want to make my flowers like these massive 3D pieces where you print like the individual, and I've seen this online, you print like individual pieces, right? And then you take those pieces and you lock them in to make like a more wide scale piece. Let me just check something quickly. Okay. Just my client sent me a message. He's just being hype, being like, yo, let's do this thing. And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Looks. I'm like, you're like, what the hell are you talking about, Mel? I'm still waiting, technically, to get paid. I could only get paid by the end of the month, and that would still be fair, right? Technically, but the sooner I get paid, the sooner I can spend money on software. Because I do now have a business account, right? I went to the bank and opened the whole account specifically for our business. So I want capital in that account. Must happen. And I'll be more stoked as soon as it is. Because like the software costs add up very quickly. And it would be a lot better if I can do it through that, get some cash flow happening. Start getting a credit score. You know how much it hurts me saying those words? I have no credit score because I don't get debt. I don't get debt. I don't have a credit card. I just don't do any of that stuff. So my credit score is trash. And I feel like that isn't very fair to my future self. Like my future self doesn't find that very funny that I don't want a credit score, right? He's like, bro, please, oh, you're making my life hard. I'm like, bro, you're making my life hard by having to think about all of this bullshit. Please. Our Epson Canon printer plotter is $90,000. We lease it. It doesn't even do the die cut stuff. But I was like, again, Joe, is that die cut? I don't exactly know how their machine works, but it seems pretty posh. Like that printer head is enormous, right? Like look at that thing. That thing is like, no, please. It's like the whole ass screen. And then you can see it almost like lays down a layer of white, right? Like it almost like lays down the sticky part of the sticker down in reverse as layers. And then on top of those layers, it puts your ink, and then on top of that ink, it puts a layer of UV resin. So it might end up being, I don't know if it's a new technology. I don't think that's die cut. And at least in my mind, die cut means that after they get printed, they get cut with a die. Maybe that's just an old way of saying it and they keep using the same term because it's easier than saying to a person that they are, instead of having to be cut, they're literally laid on a molecular level. You don't have to cut anything because there's nothing to cut. There's just the piece that you made. That is wild. Freaking technology. I really like technology as well. So like for me, spending money on technology is not something I flinch at. I flinch at spending money on food more than I flinch spending money on technology. I don't know if that's a good thing. Maybe I've been capitalismist. Sessions of Michigan, almost Canada. Love one of those 3D printer flowers for my art. They make fucking cool pour overs. I could imagine, actually, that would be pretty cool. Get them to give me a file, and I'll print them and mail them out 5 by 5 by 5, and then hand painted. It would look pretty amazing and read, "Hey, Hoopy, bless you too. Melt, I got coffee and doing okay." I'm happy to hear that, bro. Sending you love. I have all my gear laid out, if you like, and why it goes. Where in my bag? Perfect. I'm sewing duckling stuffies. Real men so true. Mel, building a credit score is fucking hard to start. What my hubby and I do is get credit cards at stores or places that are necessity visits like furniture chores, furniture stores, or oil change places. Having access to a line of credit that is limited by what the merchant offers can give you a good balance of credibility expenses without the danger of accruing debt. Yeah, it's true. Like what I could do is just get a credit card and then like buy food with it and then pay that back. All right, that would already give me a better credit score. But fuck, I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to do any of that stuff. Like please, like it gives me like a mild headache. You know, I can feel it's almost like a little hair. It's stuck inside my brain that I just pulled out and put on the ground. Our print head is similar. It looks like it just 3D prints it out and UV cures it. That might be how die cut stickers are printed. I don't know. I thought they were laser cut, but I'm learning with you. I also thought they were gonna be laser cut, right? Either laser cut or no, laser cut would be the only way. Otherwise, you would have to have like an actual mechanical die that literally presses them out. We're learning together. We are learning together. It's very interesting. I mean, when I sent him my flowers, he was like, "Yo, I can print these. I can print these." I look forward to seeing how they peel off and stuff. Melt. The smartest investment someone can make is to avoid a line of credit. You immediately become a beacon to a system that will keep you indebted. Fight it if you can. The problem is, Joe, is that I was gonna say I want to be, I am a business owner, right? And as a business owner, you need to sometimes buy equipment that is outside of your cash flow budget. And the only way to do that is to have a credit score, right? If you want to get that loan, you have to show that you can credit or whatever, right? That you have been given credit where credit is due. I think that might be a better turn of phrase. So yeah, I want to buy thousands of dollars worth of sound equipment, and to do that, I have to have a credit score. So yes, they could indebt me with that sound equipment that I want to buy, but also I can potentially, not guaranteed, potentially earn back my money and then be the owner of sound equipment that will be, some of the best you can have access to and will last for the next 100 years. Technically, they'll be feasible. And by the 10-year mark, right, when better tech is out and I have, again, the capital, I've already paid back my speakers, then I can install them in a venue somewhere, right? And they can have mind-melting sound inside their venue. And I can buy new speakers again with my then even better credit score. Right? I want to get to that point where I can buy those 30,000, little bit more, $35,000 line array speakers. Right? I do. For the pure fact that that kind of sound doesn't exist to you and me in the real world, right? It exists in the real world only to the capacity that you pay for a ticket and then you go and see a massive artist who has, hired that sound out, has rented that sound for that venue, for that event. And then you get to hear that sound for a little bit, and then that sound disappears from your life again. Right? To me, that's a damn shame. To me, that's a big, big shame. And that breaks my heart, makes me cry, makes me weep. Tears of sadness, tears of remorse, tears of disappointment that human ears cannot keep listening to sound of that quality, right? And it is definitely like for a very long time, since I can remember, have been very music obsessed. And I spent all of the money I had saved to that point of my life as a 14-year-old on a pair of Sennheisers. All right, when my friends would be listening to music on uh, those gas station earphones that you can buy for less than $5 a pop, I had these Sennheiser earphones, right? And it was an ego thing, absolutely, in part as well. But it sounds better. It just sounded so much better. And I've never been able to switch that bug off in my brain. I can hear the difference. I technically, again, I have never in my life heard sound of that quality. Like very few people in the entirety of South Africa have. There's not a single one of those systems in the whole of South Africa. Not one. Because they're so expensive. But still, in that way, it's a damn shame that there are 65 million souls on this surface, on this South African surface, right? And not a single one of them have had their ears blessed by the clarity of those frequencies. Right? Like, am I making sense? I hope I'm making sense. This makes perfect sense to me. Right? Like, why are we keeping them in warehouses? Like, please, please bring them out of the warehouses. They have 109 years of actuation, rated actuations. Those things can keep playing for the next 109 years, and they should be fine. Like, there shouldn't be any degradation in quality. So, please, can we please just keep listening to the nice speakers? I have credit card that I don't use, but it makes my credit score look really good. Yeah, Jovan knows too. Joe, you need a world. I hate it too, but it's what it is. I hear you, Sam. If you're to the point where you don't need the world, good for you. Some of us have to make large transactions like house and car buying, and a credit score is necessary for those things. Indeed. Right? If I ever want a car that I can buy for myself, these things are necessaries. In the printing industry, die cut means cut to shape, whether it be a circle or an elaborate shape. This is true. This is true. Maybe that's what it means, just to cut to a shape. It's cut to a shape. That checks out. But it's not cut. There's nothing cutting it. That's the thing. I don't think there's anything actually cutting it. Which in my mind means they're not die cut. Right? Because there's no die and there's no cutting. So we have to use a different word. Yeah, okay, Mel, give us a better word. Oh, please. I'm not an expert on stickers. Maybe just true to shape. Better. True to shape stickers. Because it is true to the shape you give me. If you give me a star, you're gonna get a star sticker. Congratulations. True to shape. There we go. Thank you, industry. Whole printing industry can now, pay percentage value into my bank account indefinitely. And then I can just kick my feet up. Marax. Oh, no. Love your definitions. Like once a year, do we visit the furniture store? It's a treat for us to be able to replace one old broken thing a year. We don't put more on it than we can pay. I hear you. I make hella cash back with the card that I use. I do a lot of budgeting and I make passive money using them and not accruing debt. But it's very involved and can be a dangerous game. Yeah. Right. Like again, buying things, like if I could just swipe a card and I didn't have to think about how much money I have and whether or not I can afford to buy this thing in this moment, that is a very dangerous game to be playing indeed. Joe, can you teach a workshop of your methods? Is that something you think you might have time for? I'm totally not good enough for it yet. I kind of learn on the fly and track my income and outcome on an app that gives me the stats for the month. I didn't design it myself though. Learning on the fly. This is how all of us learn. We're proud of you, Joe, for taking care of yourself. mm We talking about cash backing? We live in the radio era. The radio era. You think I could be a radio host? Maybe another life. Don't speak about my shame, never mind. Been doing it about a year and a half. I can share what I know though. Thank you, Siobhan. Siobhan, a rich guy once told me, if you closely follow your spare change, the dollars will stay close. Yup. So involved. I believe it. Love the information, imagery, Jopo. Thank you indeed for blessing us, bro. Let me copy this piece. There we go. And now I can try again. And this time it will go. Have the most just delightful day, everyone. I wholeheartedly love you all so astonishingly, marvelously, astoundingly, prodigiously, overwhelmingly, radiantly, and remarkably magnificent. Me. That's Mo. And also you, beloved. And so inspiring, heartwarmingly gracious, magnificently nurturing, splendidly uplifting, remarkably heartening and benevolent friends who embrace personal responsibility and the willingness to ask for help when they need it. I thank you, friends, for joining me, for getting it done. We did a stream. Hey, Shell. We're just about done now. Sending you lovin's. A die is a shape made of metal, and then you put into a crazy amount. Yeah, I know what a die is. That's why I'm like, it's not a die, right? There's no metal bits shearing past one another, slicing things apart. I'm tens of thousands in debt, just from life. Part of the machine, tens of thousands in debt. Tens of thousands. No, please. Bro, I've made like maybe tens of thousands in my life. Right? Like my whole life. It's probably less than tens of thousands. Maybe tens. Like 2 tens. Maybe at most 3 tens of thousands. But there's a trajectory. I think living in South Africa is a big bottleneck for me. In some ways it's a bottleneck. In other ways, I'm in the bottle. Right? I think that's the way it makes sense. Because there are opportunities available to you because I'm in South Africa that I would have to go through a bottleneck in other industries to get to the big picture. That totally makes sense, yes? I love you, friends. Thank you for joining me. It's always a dear pleasure. Morning to you again, Shell. I got a job working radio board. I sucked. Never would get on the mic. Didn't stay focused, so I missed a few important cues in my 2 years. It's okay, bro. You were loved. I don't know if I'd ever be considered monetarily rich. I see you being rich one day. But I'm abundant with the love of life, and I share what I can. This is the way. Rich is merely a perspective. I'm a wealthy man who has very little money, but I'm happy. Love is true. Giovanna making cash back with Ibota. I don't know what that means. Maybe Joe would. You friends knowing your stuffs. Taking care of yourselves. Getting it done. Right? And if you don't have the financial priviness, wherewithal, there are people on the internet that can help. Right? Either as people who have made videos or people who are typing things in a blog right now, or people that can literally do it for you. I have an accountant. I got my first invoice from my accountant. He charged me $42 for the registering of my business, for the setting up of my Sage account, for the linking of my Sage account and my bank account. Yeah. He did a lot of the stuff that I didn't get done, right? I just didn't get it done. There was I should do this, but I just couldn't get it done. And then upon asking for help, asking for some support, it got done. Like I had the meeting with him the Friday, and by the Sunday, we had our name already claimed. Then we signed our papers, and I think by the Monday, we were business owners. Like it happened so fast. Super fast. Asking for help will help you get things done quicker. Maybe that's another way to see it. Melty is like a full-fledged businessman now. Yes. Yes, people are just throwing wads of cash at me. Right? I have to shield my face lest they hurt my moneymaker. Accountants and publicists and promoters. Yeah, technically, I am a publicist and promoter now. That is the work that I did today. Maybe I could actually show you the work I did today. I'll go search for it. And I'm working with what I have. Yay, there it is. There's the video that I made today. Well, uploaded today.
Guys, here's your man, the champ, Kali Kalim with the machine. So, I'm getting ready for the 31st of August to deliver what I always deliver. So, the head champion Dozo is ready for me. So, bruh, be ready for sure.
Yeah!
Guys, here's your...
Is made. Is wasn't exist. Is now. Is done. I have more that I'll upload as we get closer and closer to the actual event. But I'll only be able to make the content that I want to make when I can be a part of the filming process, of course. So I'm looking forward to that as well. If the things you want are there, it's cool. Stack store offers with Ibotta for groceries to get the best price. Bless. Great stream. I must go. Love you all. I love you too, dear friends. Thank you for joining me. It's always nice having you here for these moments. I'll see you again soon. Tomorrow.